right, it's Jim Florentine. I'm here with Richie Faulkner, Rob Halford, and Glenn Tipton from Judas Priest. Brand new record, Redeemer of Souls, out July 8th. With the history of the music you guys have, why was it so important to make a new record at this point? A lot of bands will just play their old songs. Most of the fans want to hear, but was it important for you guys to do some new music?
I think you're more relevant when you're making new music, and that's probably for the band as well as for the amazing fans that look after us. We've always been driven by two things. That's new metal and the fans that look after us.
Yeah, I think that if you've got it in you, you've got to put it down.
It's an incredibly forward-thinking statement to make as well, I think, with a band that's had a 40-year career. As you said, it could be easy to sit back on your laurels and, play the old stuff all the time, but to actually come out after 40 years with a new, focused, forward-thinking direction, I think that's a strong statement to be making at this stage of the career.
There's a lot of bands that have been around for a while that have the philosophy, like, why make a new record? People aren't buying records anymore, and most of the fans just want to hear the old stuff anyway, so it's a waste. But you guys think differently.
Well, I think maybe it's different in metal. I think the metal heads are always eager to consume some new music, whatever it might be. But that's just been part of what's driven us 40 years, hasn't it, Glenn? That's just what we do. We write metal, we record it, and then we play it out live and replicate that over 40 years of time.
I think, if you create, you don't necessarily create nowadays to make money. You create because you've still got stuff left in you want to say. It's like another chapter in the book and another chapter in the book. You can always add a chapter.
Rob and Glenn, how was it working with Richie for the first time, writing and recording? Just the first album?
It was just natural. Richie came in and just unbelievably fitted into the band in a live aspect, which is his first introduction to us was to play live with us. And then the next thing to see if it worked was on the writing side of things. And again, he just stepped in there and it's as though he'd always been there.
You instinctively know when you're musicians, something clicked when Glenn and I first heard Richie's playing. We looked at many different players, and there's no doubt that this guy was the best above the best, and it was getting a little bit, not exactly, difficult. Well, to some extent it was, because we were looking and we couldn't find the guy.
I think that I've said it before. I think if we hadn't found Richie, I don't think we'd have carried on. I think, you can't just get another guitar player in Priest. You couldn't do it. You had to get absolutely the right person. And Richie, we phoned him for a week, and he thought it was a joke, and he didn't answer the phone.
Yeah, I deleted two emails a week apart.
Why, you thought it was one of your friends messing with you? Or?
Well, I thought the name was, Jane Andrews, management. I didn't recognise the name, and the subject matter was Judas Priest, and I thought it's just a mail out because I'm looking at metal sites, or it's just like a cookie. They're sending me something from a cookie, and when I got the call and they finally tracked me down, luckily they were persistent. I looked in the trash folder, and there they were. And I read them. I said it before, but can you imagine the situation? Judas Priest come out of a new guitar player, and it's not you. And you find the emails afterwards. I don't know what I'd have done. Actually, out the window, I think. But luckily they were persistent and they tracked me down, and here we are today.
You were born, what, 1980?
1980.
So British Steel just came out when he was born.
He was conceived to British Steel.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, Dad.
That's crazy. The new record, I mean, there's so much on it. 13 tracks, and then if the bonus, you got 5 other bonus tracks, they'll be on the bonus edition of the CD. Is there favorites? Do you have 2 or 3 favorites that you guys like now? I know you've probably been living with this thing for a while. You get sick of this song for a while, then you like this one again. Or do you have any favorites from the record right now at this moment?
I'm still rooting for the title track, Redeemer of Souls, because when we were given the decision to make with regards to what would be the first track we'd send out to the world, is it Redeemer, is it Halls of Valhalla, is it Cold Blooded, is it Battle Cry, what is it, but in the exercise of trying to play a song for a Priest fan that's just going nuts to hear the music, we felt that it was a really strong representation. it wasn't exactly the Priest is back, but it certainly had that element to it. All the classic vibe, the riffs, the melodies, the rhythm. It was just an unobvious way to launch the record and to get everybody even more curious and excited and intrigued about the rest of the material.
Glenn, any favorites?
I like the faster stuff. I like Dragonaut. I like Metalizer. I like Battle Cry. I particularly like Halls of Valhalla. You know, we said earlier on, it's like an adventure. You go on an adventure. You're there at the front of the boat with the spray coming over you and the helmets, and there's a bit of rape and pillage in there. You know, that's all heavy metal, good fun,
Absolutely,
good harmless.
Can't beat a bit of good old rape and metal.
It's just the whole album's got a great vibe to it, and you know, it's quite diverse as well, but it all works.
All right, well, that wraps it up. I'm Jim Florentine. I want to thank Richie Faulkner, Rob Halford, and Glenn Tipton for spending time with us. Redeemer of Souls in stores July 8th. Hopefully a U.S. tour in the fall, and kick-ass record. Thanks, and get the bonus edition, because the bonus tracks should be on the record.
It's going to be on vinyl as well.
Oh, it's going to be on. That's what I wanted to ask.
It's going to be on vinyl as well. Big gatefold, double disc. It's fantastic.
Nice.
We love putting the time and effort into every aspect of presenting the music to the fans, and of course our fans and our metal fans in general, they want the physical product. They don't want to pull it out of a cloud. Some do, and there you go. If you want it out of a cloud, fine. But the vast majority want to hold the CD, and so all of the people that we work with have done a fantastic job, haven't they, Glenn? Yeah. When you see the booklet and all of the other extra goodies that we're making for you right now, it'll be even more of a treasured possession to add to your collection.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much.